Hi guys, welcome to weekly mentoring video for Monday, May 17, 2021. It's Adam speaking from Ayampe, Ecuador, still here. We'll have an interesting program today, as always. We're going to discuss the portfolio and I will have something for the people from the YouTube. We're going to look at some existing trades that we've been discussing 1 week ago. And for the students of mine at Option Mindful Academy, we'll go through the portfolio and see what basically we just manage the portfolio. So today will be lesson about managing of the portfolio, which is doing pretty well. Actually, it's quite boring, I must tell you guys. All right, so before we go there, warning, this is for informational, educational purposes only. No advice given in this video. We're just learning how to trade. So if you agree, we can move on. So as I said, the program will be divided by two parts. Part one, ExxonMobil, will talk what's up with our oil trade. So that's something from the previous week, and that's something that's going to go to YouTube only. And I mean, not only, but that's what they are available for the YouTubers. And for my students at Option Mindful Academy, there is also part two, where we'll look and manage, analyze and manage our portfolio, basically looking at different positions and see what's going on, what went right, what went wrong, what could be done better. So without further ado, just let's move on there. And before we do that, we have a quick look at the market. So this is S&P 500 futures. As you can see, it goes as expected, meaning stays in this channel, had a little correction, bounced nearly perfectly, I mean, or almost really perfectly on the line of the channel and came back up, okay? Following this line, which I drew a long time ago already, and you see what I expect here. I just expect things to go up and up and up, and we'll see how this prediction will go. If it breaks through, well, my expectations will change. For now, that's what we see here. Interestingly, oil is up today, gold and silver up, while S&P 500 is a little bit red candle here going down. Not too much, it's more like sideways move. You see 0.34%, it's a sideways move. Yeah, well, nothing special. That's what was expected anyway. VIX slightly higher, but look what happened, last week. Basically, this was crazy. In the matter of 1 day, VIX jumped to 28. There was some news on Bitcoin. There was some news on, money printing and inflation and yields and so on, and people freak out. Obviously, that causes movement in VIX. So what we see here is 2051 today. Luckily, we bought insurance for our portfolio when VIX was very low. Now things are more expensive. VVIX also up, so expectations that VIX may go up. Volatility of VIX, well, high. Okay, so VIX may change. So can also the movement of S&P 500, but at the same time, I'm thinking that there will be just more and more printing, and this is just gonna go up if there is correction. As I say, if there happens, nobody has a crystal ball, but if a correction happens, then it will be a massive correction, totally unexpected for me right now. Why would it be if we have Fed there buying everything, basically purchasing every single asset, stealing from people? The purchasing power, I think it will just continue. So that's a little update. If we look at the briefing.com stock market update, negative start to the week. You will see this on the chart also when we look at the minute by minute chart. Lack of buying conviction. Today, strong energy, materials, consumer staples, information technology, communication services were weak. Okay. Well, it depends, because I think I looked at some charts of some more valuable companies in the information technology sector. Well, not so bad. Not all of them go bad, but obviously the whole sector is not too good. If we look at the FinViz and I just go home, you'll see the map technology mostly red, financials red, industrials red. Okay, but there are some areas where we see consumer defensive, energy sector, real estate, not so bad. Healthcare also not too bad today, and that's how the market moved today. Not too much, basically. It's bull bear, more or less 50-50. Do we have anything more interesting than that? We'll see very good performance of gold, while other the markets are a little bit down. 10-year treasury, this is something that we're actually paying attention right now to as well, because it has direct influence on gold, and I'm watching how does 10-year treasury, like how the yield correlates with price of gold. because I'm expecting that this will probably at some point of time be going up. A negative correlation would be if this goes up, gold goes down. When this changes and we see 10-year treasury bonds going up and gold going up, we know we're in big trouble. The inflation is terrible and people are choosing the gold, which is natural, basically hedge against inflation. So right now it all looks good, so nothing moved much. Looks like a calm day, we'll see, we're just starting right now. In the news, what's in the news, there was news about mostly like focusing on Bitcoin. When you check, the Bitcoin has been slammed, slaughtered basically. It moved from like 60K to 44K, very short period of time, same as many other cryptos. There is stuff about oil, there is inflation, not too much COVID news and vaccines. Like they stopped ruling, stopped ruling the news. Now there is some other things which are more important. Probably something crazy is happening behind the scenes, but we will see. When I look at the calendar, the economic calendar, and I just refresh this, not too much red, okay, this week, but I think next week we will have some stuff. No, also not. So nothing special to be expected, but expect the unexpected. These days you really don't know. One tweet from one person, such as Elon Musk, may change the behavior of entire market. So that we're dealing with a little bit with a casino, especially on the crypto side. We're not trading cryptos here, but something like that, just tells you that there is a lot of no, actually, something like that happened before. Remember when the Janet Yellen said something about inflation, markets moved. She said something else, markets moved the other direction. Elon says something about Bitcoin, it moves. It says something else, moves the other direction. So just keep in mind that we are trading in a casino environment, so be extra careful, okay? So as I promised here, we're going to go to look at an Exxon trade in the portfolio. Before we do that, we just look at the portfolio performance shortly. So we're doing really good, okay? We're at 43K now, 43.3. Really nice profits, made of the trades that we created over a longer period of time. And remember, I've been creating this portfolio looking mostly at the sectors of basic materials, commodities, and we're entering some super cycle in commodities. Commodities are going up because of inflation. Just doing the math, and you know that okay, if we have inflation, definitely the prices of stuff which has a value goes up. So stuff like uranium, gold, silver, lumber, all these things, oil, will naturally move up, which will also drive prices of other companies up because that's highly related. Energy. Who's going to pay for all this? Of course, the end consumer. So the reaction of companies when they need to pay more for services, pay more for oil, in order to create stuff. Well, then this will reflect in the prices of products that they're selling, and then in their revenues, and end consumer will pay the price for that inflation. So expect the market to actually move up. That's my prediction. You see today the movement was a little bit of a roller coaster with a little downtrend here. That's the minute by minute chart, but mostly moving sideways. We don't see any, we don't see any massive crash correction or anything. It just recovered. Well, more of the same, guys. So nothing to talk about. Let's focus on our Exxon Mobil. Nothing unknown to talk about. Exxon Mobil position. So what happened here, I actually adjusted this position a little bit. Well, before we had some contracts which I closed. So we had 100 shares and one sold call. This created some profits for us, and then we had a running put, 57 put, which now generates, what does it generate some profit? It does not generate any profit actually. It's 115 loss, but the price of Exxon is 61.4. This is promised at 57 for 25 days. Cool, brings basically $440 in premiums, and I did another trade on this Exxon because I'm expecting prices of oil to go up naturally, and that causing also companies like Exxon, oil producers, to create basically more revenue and also go up in price. So what you see here, I sold very close to at the money, so slightly out of the money put for just 4 days, and collected $420 for this, taking advantage of that possibility and volatility which is currently with ExxonMobil. If we go to the trade, you see I've been looking also at CVX, Chevron, but I like ExxonMobil a little bit better. You see that we have a nice implied volatility here and prices here. Now, I got that really nice price in the morning. $340 for 10 contracts, with delta of 25 more or less. That looks pretty good, I would say, and it doesn't seem like ExxonMobil wants to go any other direction than north. If you look at the chart of Exxon, basically it follows what I drawn here, this ascending triangle, long-term ascending triangle. What we can see here, it wants to break out and go to even higher prices. Right now it's sitting here at 61.48, so it has some way to go up to 63s and whatever, and if this breaks 63s we can probably go higher. I don't see any massive drops below this 50-day moving average on ExxonMobil. It's really bullish stock. I think oil can only go up now, even if there is, especially when you hear the news about this conflict in Gaza conflict with Palestinians and so on, influencing something with oil, and then oil pipes being hacked. That to me is like something's going on. Someone is testing something. I don't believe it's a coincidence, or someone is playing around with oil and to manipulate the price to be probably a little bit higher than it is right now. Would not surprise me if oil goes to 70s. So that's why I sold this $60 put, which is very close here to right there actually, to the current candle, collecting $480 for this, and expecting it. It would be nice if I could be assigned in 4 days, and then I could sell some calls higher. But if not, I'm going to be happy collecting that premium. That's why I feel very good and comfortable with doing that. So if you look at analyze stop, that's our trade, and you can see what's the potential in this trade. Basically, you add those two numbers. So from premium, we already corrected $860. Okay, so if I just leave one, this is the position for 20-something 5 days. So we're sitting right there, right here. Okay, and max profit $420. The other one is sitting right here, $440, and expires in 4 days. It's very close to current price of the stock. So what I'm expecting is this is expire worthless, and this also. If it doesn't, the plan is to collect the shares, even if it drops to like 58 or something, collect the shares and start selling calls on it. Okay, I don't think it's gonna drop though. I think I'm gonna keep that premium. So it's a little bit risky trade, let's say, but yeah, I don't see any potential risk in the current environment for ExxonMobil to be like losing money, because oil and all commodities are moving up, energy is moving up, and this is my bias now to be absolutely bullish commodities and energy sector, including uranium, which we're going to talk about very soon with my students. So that's a little update about ExxonMobil for you guys. Today's video will be very, very short, or much shorter than the others. And now I'm going to move on to part 2, guys, talking about the portfolio.